careful, you see, but I let it down low. Girl, and how you love for me, you better let it all show. Let me know. Take my hand and understand. When I cross through time, you'll know to be fine. While you're trying hard, girl, while you know how to grind, yeah. But your love can't hide. Oh, I feel it got running all through my inside. Hold on, it got to you, yeah. Girl, learn how to love from me. You better let it all show. Yeah, be being careful, you see, you better let it down low. Girl, learn how to love from me. You better let it all show. Let me know. Take my hand and understand. When I first met you, it was all I could remember. And the feeling rang true. Well, from May to September, well, my love's gotta go. Love, got to keep holding on. And if I do, hold on, it got to you. Yeah, girl, learn how to love from me. You better let it all show. Yeah, just be careful, you see, you better let it down low. Girl, learn how to love from me. You better let it all show. Let me know. Take my hand and understand.
Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here with you today, this Thursday, for our well-anticipated happy hour in Saskatchewan. I have some amazing guests with us today. We're live on location at Dakota Dunes, having the best afternoon you just can't imagine. I was following the chat, but I had to let the chat go, so please continue to write your comments, thoughts, say hello, let us know what you're drinking. If you did not receive a box, my apologies. We had 100 boxes that went out to the first 100 guests. If you didn't receive a box, don't worry, lots of opportunities in the near future for wonderful things. And if you pay attention today, great prizes at the end. So we're going to give it a couple of seconds here. We'll meet more people sign in. And I know I say this almost every happy hour, but we broke a massive record with this happy hour. We have, well, let me start at the beginning. Back when we started these happy hours at the beginning of the pandemic, if we got 15 to 30 of our travel agent partners to join us, we were thrilled. For today's happy hour, we have 335 travel professionals from Canada, the United States, and even some from Australia joining us for this edition of Saskatchewan Happy Hour. So as the numbers keep rolling up, we get more and more excited, and we're going to get going. So please continue to put your comments in the comment box. We do review them later. I always enjoy reading all the things you have to say, and it makes my whole entire day. So again, please pay attention throughout the presentation. We'll give you a few hints as we go along, but it is well worth your while because the prizes are amazing. You might have jumped on at the very beginning when we had the sheepdogs playing from Saskatchewan, and a few comments about that. We love them, and it is great to be here. Number one, I'd like to start by thanking Jacinta, who is our marketing gal, who took care of this PowerPoint for me and who always does a great job. And she's here today to make sure that we stay on track. Our happy hours run about 45 minutes, but sometimes they run over. And I have a feeling we might run a bit over today because we have lots of fun things to share with you. I wanted to just tell you right off the hop, there is some video content in our presentation as there normally is. And it's not the best because we use a cell phone. The sound is not always perfect. Please do turn up the volume on your laptop or desktop if you're working on either one of those so that you can hear what we're having to say. But if you can't hear it, don't worry, we're going to send the presentation out to you afterwards so that you can actually hear all of the content. A huge thank you goes out to Tourism Saskatchewan for their incredible generosity with the boxes. And as I mentioned, the first 100 participants did receive them. And also to Tourism Saskatoon, both are joining us today. And Tourism Saskatoon has some great prizes, and they've so graciously set us up here at Dakota Dunes in this lovely Indigenous run resort. It's Indigenous owned and operated. So there's some very special characteristics about this resort, and I love it. This is my second time here. You will see some other footage as well. So let's get started. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. I just want to get going and get everybody excited. So we're going to start by introducing one of our very special guests, Heidi Westling. Would you like to, oh wait, before I have you come on, Heidi, give me one quick second. Well, come on in. It's okay. I forgot to introduce myself. Most of you know who I am. I'm Darcie Guarderas, the Director of Business Development. I've been with Anderson Vacations for quite some time. I love travel agents and I love traveling Canada. I've been from coast to coast to coast. And I know most of you have been on the happy hours before and you know how much I love Saskatchewan. People are, a little bit surprised by what there is to see and do here. And we're going to share that with you today. So Heidi, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm
so excited
great
to be here.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for joining us.
Good to hear that you're doing great. I'm thrilled to be on this happy hour. I have heard nothing but great things about the travel agents on this happy hour. I've been told by Darcie that the participation and the enthusiasm and the eagerness to learn is just off the charts. And so I'm very honored to be here with you all. And I would just like to first begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is treaty territory and the home of the Métis. And so it's such an honor and privilege to call Saskatchewan home, to raise my family here, to work and to promote it to all of the visitors and all those who want to learn. So welcome to the happy hour. In your boxes that you would have received, and I saw a number of comments about the Caesar that you made. That's awesome. The dill pickle vodka, so that came from Last Mountain Distillers out of Lumsden. And Darcie, I don't know if I told you about this when you were down here, that it was actually the first distillery and it opened up in 2010. And since then, there have been at least 8 that have opened up the distillers. We've got brewers, we've got meaderies, and we've got wineries as well. So lots of great drinks and also food. So in your kits, you would have seen pea pops and lentils, barbecue flavored lentils. And those are from a great company called Three Farmers. And the reason why they got started was they wanted to create more transparency between growers and consumers. So just connecting people with their food. I wanted to let you know, in case anybody's wondering, they are gluten-free, they're nut and peanut free, and they're perfect for those looking for a vegan option. So please enjoy those, everyone. And Darcie, I'll hand it back to you because I know you've got a great program lined up here.
Thank you so much, Heidi. It is so great to see your beautiful face, and I really appreciate that you took the time out of your day to join us. And for the boxes, I mean, to show our agent partners how much we love them and appreciate them and have your support, it means the world. These agents are incredible and they won't forget and they will support. I can promise you that. So thank you so much, Heidi. And now I would love to introduce my guest who's live on location with me. Let me move over so we can find some room. We've rearranged the room here at Dakota Dunes. So we put ourselves a couch here. I'd like to introduce Jeff from Tourism Saskatoon. Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
How
Hi,
are you?
everyone. I'm so good. So happy to be here. Super excited. And yeah, looking forward to the happy hour.
So Jeff and I, actually, let me back up for a second. Heidi and I traveled for the first portion of this journey that I took through Saskatchewan, and we had an absolute blast. I think we spent about 2.5 days just exploring and touring and visiting. And I don't know what it is, but I'm so lucky that I get such great weather wherever I go. We had beautiful sunshiny days, didn't we, Heidi? It was amazing.
Yes, we sure did. It was so much fun.
It was a
Lots
blast.
of great laughs. Yeah.
Lots of great laughs. It was a ton of fun. And then when I got to Saskatoon, we'll tell you a little bit more later. Jeff took over the role of host, and they were both the best hosts you could ever have. So Jeff, I'll let you just give a little introduction about yourself and Tourism Saskatoon.
Awesome. Yeah, my name is Jeffrey Fair. I've been with Tourism Saskatoon for just over 2 years here, and I have one of the best jobs in the world. I get to showcase Saskatoon to the world, and I get to host lovely clients like Darcie. We had so much fun, as Heidi said, lots of great laughs. We also mentioned the sunshine. We get over 319 days of sun a year. So it's just so amazing to explore our city and our province. And we had so much fun hosting Darcie.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. We had a blast. It was an absolute blast. So you're going to get to see a little bit of that today. So let's get started. Okay, so beverage of choice. Okay, before we get into the beverage of choice, first let me tell you what I have. I'm holding on my lap right now. I have this amazing bottle of Black Fox gin, and I'll talk about it a little bit later, but since it's on my lap, I'll show you that, and then I'll just pull over my box. So I have my box right here, just as to elaborate on what Heidi told you about it. We do have the dill pickle vodka in a miniature bottle here, as well as our clamato juice, which we've got refrigerated, and our pea pods and our lentil snacks that we will snack on later. Take a look at those. I love that they're from local providers. It is never, you've heard me say this before, it's never been more important than right now to support local, to think about supporting all those businesses out there who are coming through COVID to the other side. And I know a lot of you are doing that, and I'm doing the best that I can too as well. So we're going to make some drinks while we have you here. Because
I mentioned the postcard as well.
Oh, wait, one more thing. Yeah, there's a postcard in here. You also would have received a recipe that Heidi provided right here that would have been in your box with all the details. I noticed that Shauna and a few people, Shauna from East Coast, added a few more ingredients to make it even more spectacular. And on the Saskatoon postcard, there's actually a, what are these called?
So it's a QR scan code, so you can scan it, and there is a Spotify playlist of all Saskatoon artists. So have enjoy listening to it. So much fun. Like Darcie mentioned, supporting local, also supporting local artists. It's never been more important to support those artists as well. And also, you mentioned the food is knowing where your food's coming from. That's becoming more and more important, and that field to fork has never been more important.
And that's really what Saskatchewan is all about. Like that, when I think of Saskatchewan, I think farm to table. I think you guys have sort of been the innovators in Canada to bring that to the forefront. And with, beautiful cookbook, flat out delicious. I wish I had my copy. I'm always showing people that one. So let's get our drinks made here.
Yes.
We've already got our ice.
Ice in the rimmer.
Yeah, and Jeff did a great job of putting the salt around the edge. Let's throw in our
I'm not a bartender, and this is dangerously close to cooking for me, so we'll see how this goes.
Jeff is not a cook. I had dinner last night at his home, and it was fabulous. Dinner was delicious, but Jeff didn't cook.
I did not cook.
Jeff did not cook. I'm gonna throw my juice in. You do it different.
I do it different.
He does the spice first, and I put in the clamato first. Oh.
And sound off in the comments how you pronounce Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire? Worcestershire? Delicious. He bought the jumbo bottle.
I bought the jumbo bottle. Never
just in case. I'll splash mine up a little bit, get it nice and spicy. I'll swap. Here we go. And I don't even know if I have all the ingredients that were in the recipe with us today because we're in a hotel.
I double checked and they are, so we're good.
Oh, we're good?
I'm on it.
Okay, no stir stick. So first of all, here's to the ease the easing of restrictions in Canada for the border crossing. I think I've had about 5 or 6 drinks where I've said cheers to that in the last week or so, or the last few days since they announced it. Cheers to you, our travel agent partners. We love you to bits. We love that you're taking the time to join us today in all these happy hours, and we'll continue to get together for that. And cheers to being here in Saskatchewan with Heidi and with Jeff.
Cheers, everyone. And you may also be wondering what we're wearing. We're wearing Rider jerseys, Saskatchewan, home of the Riders.
Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention to our jerseys. And Heidi's go, are you wearing a jersey too, Heidi? There we go. Good on you.
Go sports.
Fitness is just passion.
Fitness is my passion.
Okay, so most of you know about Anderson Vacations. We are a Canadian-run company, and we are based out of Calgary, and we love Canada. But before we get into Canada and we get into Saskatchewan, I want to remind you of one thing. Don't forget that we are the Down Under specialists as well for Australia, New Zealand, the South Pacific Islands, Tahiti, Fiji, the Cook Islands, and we have the best staff in the world. So please be patient with us as we go through some growing pains while things coming out of COVID, but we're a boutique operator who really focuses on service. And I just love the feedback I get on all of our specialists because they're just incredible people. I think this is the last time I'm going to show this slide in any of our presentations about COVID safety. Just know that our partners are all COVID safe and that we are following all the protocols and so on. And that our small group tours are COVID safe. They already were COVID safe because, as I like to say, we've been social distancing long before it was cool with our small group tours. So that's great to know.
And that's also what they say about Saskatchewan. Lots of space. We were the original social distancers.
Yes, you were. It wasn't a hard transition for Saskatchewan. This slide is really important. I want you to really look at this slide in the PowerPoint. Listed there are all of the things I did in Saskatchewan. So if anyone ever says to you there's nothing to do in Saskatchewan, they are absolutely wrong. So whether it's your business travelers who are coming out and maybe encouraging them to extend their stay and explore all these fabulous places we're going to share with you today, we won't have time to share everything, but a few clips to show you. But really, there is so much to do. I was here for about 5 days, and we did all of this. So please know that it's a fabulous place. I actually spent 2 days in Regina, 2 nights in Regina. It was actually 1 night in Moose Jaw. It does say 2, but it was 1 night and then a couple nights in Saskatoon. And we came out to Dakota Dunes here and had a blast as well. Now, of course, we started our journey in the capital city of Regina. Heidi and I had a ball in this incredible, incredible place. I've been there many times, but when you go there on business and you go there for, short little trips, you don't open your mind necessarily, but I really had the opportunity to open my mind and see how beautiful Regina is. It has lots of wonderful things I'm going to show to you momentarily. Encourage your guests to stay longer, come in earlier, or if they're doing a driving vacation, don't just drive through Saskatchewan. You're missing out. There's tons of things to see and do. So when I first arrived into Regina, I was staying at the Hotel Saskatchewan. And this place, of course, it's the iconic hotel. It is absolutely lovely. I'm not showing you pictures of the hotel because we all know we can look that up. But there's a really unique experience you can have in the lounge, in the Circa 27 lounge. It's the Prohibition tea experience. And that's what people are looking for, something that's totally unique. So as you can see in the top left picture, that is my drink. And I thought when Heidi told me about this, I thought, I'm drinking tea on an evening. Didn't click in that Prohibition, there's a connection here. So I did have this lovely drink. I can't think of the name of it. I should have written it down. And it was in a teacup. So just like in the olden days, you could get away with having whatever you wanted to drink in a public place out of a teacup. Now, above on the right is the charcuterie board that was included with my experience. I'm not sure if it was included or if Heidi just took care of that for me, but it's something that your guests can have. And I didn't know what it was going to be, so I ordered a gigantic meal, and I had this gigantic charcuterie all to myself. So I was stuffed. In the bottom left-hand corner, maybe Heidi can let us know when she jumps back on later about this amazing box. This was in my hotel room. I'm not sure if this is available for your clients or not, if it can be arranged, but this was waiting for me in my hotel room. So I had the tea, the charcuterie. I also had the large dinner. And if you can see in the box, I had a donut when I got back to my room. So it was an amazing night that really recaps the fact that Saskatchewan is really all about eating and drinking and many other things. Now you've got to stop in Regina at the RCMP Heritage Center. This totally blew me away because I didn't know what to expect. Bottom left-hand corner, you can see the puppy. This is a retired RCMP dog, and he was lovely. He was retired not because he was old, but because he was too lovable and he could not focus on his duties. So he was retired to being a dog that greets guests at the RCMP Heritage Center. Now I'm going to show you a quick video. They're very short. Again, if you have your volume down, please turn it up. And again, we will send the video to you afterwards. So please enjoy this very short video. Welcome to the RCMP Heritage Center. I'm right next to the training depot where every single RCMP officer in Canada must spend 6 months of their time training, and guests can visit this center and see all of the history of the RCMP from the past to the present and learn everything there is to know about the RCMP. There's a ton to see in this museum. We didn't have a lot of time, but we could have spent a lot more time here walking through. And this is a virtual reality experience. So I'm seeing what's on the screen behind me.
That's so cool. I love that.
It was really fun. It felt like the horses were like gonna bump into me. I'm beside a very handsome RCMP officer. Yes, there was a very good looking RCMP officer in my video right beside me. What a cool experience. Like, can you imagine for kids jumping on this horse and being able to feel like you're actually part of this parade? Really, really cool. Now, in Regina, this is one of my favorite places. I'm not going to say too much because there's a video, but the local market has, just like in the title, local, focused on local foods and produce and things like that. A really cool vibe. When you walk in there, it's like kind of hipster and cool. And we went in there and Heidi took me here and I found a donut that like literally changed my life. So I will show you a quick video of that donut. I just found the best place in Regina of all. It's called the Everyday Kitchen, and it's inside the building, which is actually a local market. It is unbelievable. The vibe is super, super cool. This is their best-selling donut. It's called the Brown Butter Donut. I'm going to give it a go. Oh, God. Amazing. It was the best donut I've ever had. So I told Heidi I'm only going to take one bite because I had the donut the night before. I don't need another donut. And then we got in the car and Heidi was driving, and within like 5 minutes, I ate the entire donut. Delicious. You've got to go there. Brown butter donut. Don't forget that. Delicious. Okay, so the Royal Saskatchewan Museum is the first museum that ever opened in all of Saskatchewan, and it has over 3.5 million artifacts. That's million. So there's a ton to see at this museum. Lots of history. Of course, I'm from Drumheller, Alberta, way back when. So of course, I love the dinosaurs. So when I focused it on my video, what do you think I took a video of? So take a peek at this one. Welcome to Royal Saskatchewan Museum. Super excited to be standing in front of Scotty, the largest known Tyrannosaurus Rex in the world. He's actually named after the bottle of scotch, so that's appropriate for today's happy hour. And we're going to wander around the museum and see what else we can find. This was very scary, actually. I mean, if you had a little kid coming with you to see this. Very lifelike, tons of fun, lots of kids running around. And you notice I was wearing a mask at that time. So it was very safe, just like all the places that we go to. Now, when we left Regina, there's lots of other things that we did drive by and see that your guests can also, you know, do a driving holiday and see as well. But when we left from Regina, we went to this picturesque little town called Lumsden. It truly felt like a movie set. It was so cute. And that's where Last Mountain Distillery was. And I'll show you that in just 1 second. But we walked up and down this cute little main street, and it was adorable. Little shops, and well worth a stop on your way, especially if you're driving between both cities. That I was when Heidi and I made this stop here. And we did stop at the Last Mountain Distillery, which is where the vodka came from. And I got to tell you, I did take a full-size bottle of this back home with me, which is I no longer have. It's already gone, but it's great in Caesars. It really steps them up. So this is a very alcohol themed happy hour, that's for sure. Take a look at Last Mountain Distillery, who provided through Tourism Saskatchewan, of course, this wonderful drink. So if your clients are heading to Regina, you've got to get them out of the city as well and head to this little secret gem called Lumsden. It's absolutely adorable with its main street, little shops and boutiques and great restaurants. But we also came across this amazing hidden gem called the Last Mountain Distillery. So I'm here tasting 3 different kinds of alcohol. The first being the one they're most famous for, which is the dill pickle vodka. I'll give that one a swill. A swill. It does taste like dill pickle. Yum.
She can confirm.
Very good. The second one is apple pie moonshine. So kind of like a dessert. It smells amazing. It smells delicious. I bought a full-size bottle of this one also, which I still have actually. That's a little bit softer. Oh, a little sweet. That's definitely a dessert. And number 3, this one's called Cherry Sipper. I love cherry. I don't love raspberry, but I do love cherry. Give this one a go. Oh, yum. Maybe over ice cream, something like that. Great dessert. Delicious. Send your clients. They've got to check out Last Mountain Distillery. Cheers. I just want to let you know that I wasn't driving. Heidi was driving. And this was a very busy day for Heidi and I, where we stopped at Last Mountain. You can see all the different kinds of alcohol that they have.
There's your bottle.
Oh, there's the bottle of it. Yeah, delicious. Everything was delicious, and the people were so lovely there. So it's a great stop on the journey. Now, when you think of Saskatchewan, I bet you don't think of wine, do you? Well, I certainly didn't. And when Heidi took me to Over the Hill Orchards and Winery, I was blown away. The lovely couple that owns this property, like we were supposed to be there for 15 or 20 minutes. I think we stayed for an hour and a half because they were so incredible and so much passion behind their story of, actually one of the owners, the wife, was a previous travel consultant. And they had this dream and they created this, and they are fruit wines, and they're absolutely delicious. I think I have a quick video here. Please take note of the background. We were there in the fall. I believe it was September, October, maybe Heidi can remind us, September, I think. And the fall colors were spectacular. So I think I can't remember which one I'm trying here, but this is the same day as the other stops. Yes, it is. Delicious. Welcome to Over the Hill Orchards and Winery. We're here doing a tasting today. We're so lucky to be here at this time of year. As you can see, the gorgeous colors behind me of fall. This place is really special because they do wonderful picnics all around the grounds, as well as in the fall and summer, they have chef-inspired dinners that, of course, sell out.
Gorgeous views. How amazing is that?
Just driving down those little roads, it was incredible. It was really beautiful. And you know what, when you meet great people, and the fact that they have these dinners with chefs, local chefs, and they sell out way in advance. But we've actually discussed with them the possibility of doing groups there. So if you have a group traveling through, doing a across Canada a trip or through Saskatchewan trip, that we could take a group here and do a chef-inspired dinner for your group, which would be really awesome. So from there, I took off on my own, and I did meet with Patty, who wasn't able to join us today, but I headed to Moose Jaw, and I haven't been to Moose Jaw in, oh my gosh, probably 40 years. Like I was a kid when I was there last time. And Moose Jaw is so cute, picturesque. How often do you get there very often?
My in-laws are actually from just outside of Moose Jaw, so I go about 2 times a year, and it is just a whimsical little town. It has that small town kind of charm. It's really, really cute and lots to do, which is kind of surprising to some people. Great
Yeah.
stop.
Most people know it for the tunnels of Moose Jaw, which you can't film in, but the tunnels are really cool. I'll show you a picture about that in a minute. But there's an art gallery there called Yvette Moore's Art Gallery with like the best, I think it's Saskatoon berry iced tea or lemonade. Maybe it's lemonade. It was to die for.
She was still talking about it in Saskatoon when she got here. Absolutely.
It was so great. And Heidi gave me the heads up on that. And then this dill potato mushroom soup that Heidi had that I kept dipping into. It was incredible. So Moose Jaw was really, really fun. We had the tunnels there. I stayed at the Temple Gardens Hotel and Spa. It's a mineral spa, and actually I'll let Jeff tell you a little bit more about the spa and the hotel.
Yeah, what's really special is obviously the pool. So they have the mineral waters, but in some of the jacuzzi suites, it actually has the mineral water in that jacuzzi suite. So if you want to enjoy those waters, but have a little bit of privacy, it's really, really special, maybe for romantic getaway or couples. And it's just a great property overall, right in the heart of Moose Jaw. And there's a casino just across the street as well.
Which is really convenient because everything's right there. There's restaurants very close. So it's a great getaway for a few days for even people within Saskatchewan. So if you're a Saskatchewan or Alberta or Manitoba travel agent who does have driving clients on, remind them and promote to them that you can book this for them through Anderson Vacations, because we have some great packages here as well. Now, the tunnels of Moose Jaw, I thought this was going to be kind of cheesy. I'm like, what is this? It was super cool. Like, it was really interesting. And you get to become an actual, what do you call them?
Bootlegger.
A bootlegger. You get to actually become a bootlegger. Everyone's in character, and you're down under the streets of Moose Jaw. So it's dark and like, it's really, really incredible. It's probably about an hour-long experience, and there's more than one. There's a couple of experiences your guests can do. Highly, highly recommend that they make a stop here and spend some time at the tunnels, because everyone's in character. It's super fun.
And the time flies. An hour, you think it might be kind of long, but because you're in character, and by the end, I'm like, am I a bootlegger? Like, you feel like you really channel the bootlegger. So it's a great time.
Okay, terrific. And then the Western Development Museum in Moose Jaw. I had no idea, again, what this was. I got inside there and I only had a short time, but I was like, I want to spend more time here. It was so cool. You can see the picture in the top middle of one of the very first prosthetic legs, way back when it was like early 50s that this was made. And this guy made it for his friend and was one of the first ones. And actually to keep him steady when he was working, because he was a blacksmith, when he was working, he'd actually put it on backwards so he could maintain his balance. Otherwise he'd fall backwards on it. And eventually they actually invented one that had a bending knee. So this was just the beginning of technology really for this. And then of course you can see the iron lung, which is sort of odd that I saw this during COVID time, and it really kind of hit home what it was, like to have a pandemic a very, very long time ago, but a really cool place. And I do have a short video as well at the Western Development Museum. Incredible train. Welcome to the Museum of Western Development in Moose Jaw. I had no idea how exciting this place was. It's got all kinds of history of transportation, planes, trains, and automobiles. You've got to have your clients stop here when they're going through Saskatchewan. It is truly amazing. Now check this out. The vehicles are super old, but look at this trailer. This trailer was made from parts of houses that were bombed during the World War. I'm not sure if it's the First World War or Second World War. I didn't pay attention to the details, and it was made out of all these parts. So it's like a trailer, and it weighed like a gazillion pounds. So it was amazing that this car could pull it. And they actually brought it over to North America from Europe. So it was really, really neat. You could stick your head in and look inside.
And something cool about the Western Development Museum is there's actually 4 located in Saskatchewan. So there's Saskatoon, Moose Jaw, which is the one you saw, and then Yorkton and North Battleford. So even if your clients are maybe on a different route, they still be able to experience the Western Development Museum.
And well worth it, like definitely. And each one has a theme, I think a different theme.
Yeah, each one is different too. So you could even attend or go to the different ones and you'll see something different at them as well.
Okay, so before we get started on Saskatoon, first of all, we want to, of course, you see us wearing our jerseys.
Good segue.
But this is our segue. We're going to show you something else. Hold on, while we get undressed. We've got.
That was smooth. That was just
That's
smooth
pretty good. Last time,
practice.
Jeff's glasses went flying. So yes, these are our Saskatooning t-shirts, because now we're jumping into Saskatoon. If you look in the top left-hand corner, you will see myself with a very special doggy, and his name is Potatoes, which is the cutest name ever. Potatoes from Saskatoon, and our good friend Darby, you're going to meet in a few minutes, who's going to come over here. That is her pupper that was in the car with me, and I couldn't resist. But again, Saskatoon, it's like the largest city in Saskatchewan, and it's on the South Saskatchewan River, and it is full of life and energy. And Jeff, do you want to say a little bit more about Saskatoon, because that's your home?
Absolutely, yeah. So it is the largest city in Saskatchewan, but compared to some other provinces, I mean, it's still relatively small, just over 300,000 people. So it still does kind of have that more of that small town charm than some of those bigger cities. So I always say you get still those urban experiences, but still a bit of a slower pace of life. You can go from, you know, the downtown core to an amazing distillery that's outside of the city in just 15 minutes. It's walkable, it's accessible. There's so much food and drink. We have independent restaurants. That's really influenced by the farmers around. So you not only get amazing food and drink, but you get to hear those stories from those makers and producers. We have breweries, distilleries. We had a super full itinerary with Darcie here. We ate and drank a lot. I promise you will not leave hungry or thirsty when you visit Saskatoon.
Thanks, Jeff. Absolutely. And Jeff's gonna tell you a little bit more because he's the expert here. So Jeff's gonna tell you a little bit more about the Remy Modern Museum. And the only thing I can say about this is when I was there, I kept saying, I'm in Saskatoon. I feel like I'm in New York or somewhere. It was really beautiful.
Sometimes with the Remy Modern, when it opened, they call us the Paris of the Prairies. It wasn't me that said it, but some people call us that. But you might not think of world-class art galleries when you think of Saskatoon. But in 2018, it actually helped us get on New York Times 52 places to travel in the world, which was a really big deal. And the big thing about the Remy, they have rotating galleries, but they actually house the largest amount of Picasso lino cuts in the world, which is really, really exciting. They have different classes you can do if you have groups coming through that want something a bit more interactive. And it is just a stunning building itself right on the South Saskatchewan River. It is a must-see in Saskatoon.
Oh, wait, did we miss one? No, we didn't.
I think that's
okay. So I'm going to talk a little about Champaign County. I love this place. I've talked about it before, but I really want to emphasize to you today how important it is to pay attention to this, because Champaign County is this little gem. It's like a hidden gem in Saskatchewan. It's like an iconic little attraction. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in the video, but I love that these are all pictures from our trip. It has the it's the largest and only wooden maze in North America, and it was featured on Canada's Amazing Race. So we went through this midnight on a dark night with no moon after a couple of glasses of wine, and I think I was in there for about 2 hours. I couldn't get out, and so finally the owner of Champaign County had to come and rescue us because we were yelling, "Help, help!" We were lost inside, but it was a ton of fun. And as you can see, of course, Jeff with Flannel, the puppy dog, whom you'll meet soon, and then the lovely Darby in the middle holding one of the bunny rabbits, because it's really about farm animals and lots of wonderful things for families to do, but great for couples as well, and fully saleable. And then you see again a photograph of me with Flannel. So I will show you a lovely video. This is at the back of Champaign County, and if I don't cover stuff in the video, I'll give you a little bit more information. I just love this place. I would like you to meet Flannel. Welcome to Champaign County. We're about 30 minutes east of Saskatoon. We're at this wonderful Western themed ranch. It's family run. There's farm animals for the kids. You can play with Flannel and lots of baby kittens. And it's a great stop for your clients that are coming through Saskatchewan, whether they're driving through from Manitoba to Alberta or the other direction. Get them to stop at Champaign County and explore this wonderful, wonderful place. Okay, Jeff is the videographer here, so it's a bit of a rapid movement.
I was going to see as much as I could at that time.
This is in the animal barn. Oh, that was like perfectly cued with the rooster. But I think she had 9 kittens when we were there in August. It was incredible, adorable.
And that's
so
different
cute.
than this place, is you can actually go in the barn, which some places it's all, fenced off. So you can actually go and play with all these animals.
Yeah, there's no restrictions. We walked right in and we were able to play with the kittens. You'll see the next one. I'm going to be really quiet so you can hear the kittens. Listen closely. I don't know if you can see them. It's very dark. There's about 8 kittens there. I don't think you can see them, but they're munching away on their cat food. And this is the maze. We're going through the maze. Again, I think Jeff was probably filming because
I was trying to get out of the maze, okay?
Listen carefully.
Everyone, we're doing amazing.
We were doing amazing. It was so fun. Like there's so much to do for families. So if you've got somebody going to Saskatoon, why not send them out here for at least one night, if not two or more?
And they have so much space. It's really great for post-pandemic travel. They're surrounded by prairie fields, so you just feel that openness. And usually, I mean, if you have a good sized group, 10 or 12, you might be the only ones there. So it's a lot of opportunity for privacy as well.
And being outside of the city, they actually cater. So they do the meals for you. So you get up in the morning, they have this wonderful meals prepared for you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they have like a little bar there. It's incredible. And I want you to remember this, because at the end of this, there's an opportunity for you to go to Champaign County and enjoy this and explore this yourself, so you can share it with your clients. Because when you go, you know. Now, I know you've heard me talk about Black Fox Distillery, Farm and Distillery a million times. Again, I'm going to show, for those of you who checked in a little bit late, I've got my bottle of Black Fox gin. This is actually the cucumber one. I was never a gin girl, and Jeff got me hooked on this. It's delicious. Like,
I was not a gin girl until I went to Black Fox, so it all happens for a reason.
For a reason.
And I'm not just saying that. They're gin, and they're just a lovely couple as well. Barb and John, they grow 90% of what goes into their products, so they're all about that sustainability, the family values, and it is great. You can do flower picking. I won't go too much because I think the video covers most.
He's going to pre-up my video, so it's great. So this is a little video. Again, turn up your volume. I don't know how loud this is, and the wind was blowing a little bit. Welcome to Black Fox Distillery. You may have already heard about this place if you joined us on our previous Saskatoon happy hour. We're here live and in person exploring this amazing facility. There are flower picking gardens. There are pumpkin fields in the fall where you can come and do a you pick pumpkin. But the most special thing is something that your clients can experience and book through you. Black Fox Distillery does a wonderful winter experience where they can try whiskey. They'll come out here all dressed warm and cozy and come out and see how the whiskey is taken out of these barrels, which are stored outdoors in the freezing cold, the only place in the world they can experience this, and then taken down to the distillery where they can actually taste the liquor there, have a charcuterie board, and all of this is fully commissionable to you. And I got to tell you, this isn't a cheap experience. So they can do this whiskey tasting, like out, they're out, they can see these barrels freezing cold, super cool. It's not cheap. It's fully commissionable to you, like I said in the video. So if you're building a package, we definitely want to build this in because it's great commission, a great way to increase.
It's high end, and it arrives by limo. It's very, very high end, very bougie. It's a great experience.
Very bougie. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Jeff, tell me about Wanuskewin. I love this place. I feel very spiritual when I go to Wanuskewin Heritage Park. There's a lot of Indigenous culture here and history and stories to share. Can you give us a little bit of an overview of Wanuskewin?
Absolutely. Wanuskewin, it does hold a special place in my heart. It's one of those places when you arrive, you get that feeling arriving. It's overlooking the Opimiha Valley, and Wanuskewin has been a gathering place for Indigenous people for over 6,400 years. So something that kind of blew my mind when I first started with tourism is that's actually older than the pyramids of Egypt. So there's so much history here. It has Canada's longest running archaeological site. They just reintroduced a herd of Plains bison onto the land in 2020. And those bisons just this year have actually uncovered petroglyphs that you can come and see and learn all about that and learn about the Indigenous culture. I recommend at least a full day out here. There's opportunities for a Hanwi moon dinner, which is an Indigenous culinary experience, very high end as well. There's indoor, outdoor, there's trails to explore, so much to do out there. And it is an absolute must in Saskatoon.
It is definitely one of the iconic attractions that almost everybody visits, and they must. And then Cross Mount Cidery. This is, of course, another drinking experience. I think it was my last one of the trip, and I was like, I think I need to go on a dry month after this. But this was really awesome. I'd never been there before.
This is kind of we have some kind of themed itineraries. It's kind of the fields and foodies. So it's, again, all these amazing food and drink, but then the stories behind it. So Cross Mount is actually an apple orchard, which some people don't always, think of Saskatoon, but they've actually worked with the University of Saskatchewan to create an apple strain that works in our climate, We can be cold. As of right now, it is a bit chilly outside. It's a bit brisk. We can have at times high winds. So an apple that can actually withstand this. So you can do a tour with their cider master, learn all about that, and then have an amazing flight of ciders. In the summer, they have fire pit packages. They do those kind of picnics, those upscale picnic setups they can do. In the winter, there's skating. They have those domes now that are heated. So much to do at Crossmount, and they have amazing cider.
It was delicious. Like every single one of them was delicious. I couldn't pick my favorite. Loved every single cider that they had. Now this is where we are. We're at Dakota Dunes, and we just love it here. And as I mentioned earlier, it is an Indigenous owned and operated resort. So there's some incredible experiences. We had a blast here. Oh my gosh. I think for like the entire day.
Lots of full belly laughs here.
We were laughing and laughing and laughing. I'm honest, I can't even tell you how incredible the service is here. We commented today while we were having lunch downstairs in the restaurant. It was truly like the best, just the best service I've ever had. And within the building as well, we don't even have to go outside. There's a casino, so we will be hitting that up later today. Hopefully, after our Caesars, once we excuse me, finish here, hopefully win a few dollars down at the casino. Jeff's been here many times, and there's some really great Indigenous attractions here, excuse me.
Absolutely. So it's just located 20 minutes outside of the city. As Darcie mentioned, it's Indigenous owned and operated. And not only do they have 18-hole golf course that's actually rated #1 in Saskatchewan, there's stunning views of the prairies, but they also have Dakota Adventures. So you can work with them to create these different adventures and experiences for your clients. They have Indigenous experiences. You can have Indigenous dancers perform. You can do Bannock and Banff Fire. They're working on a Star Stories experience. But then they also have outdoor adventure. They have e-bike rentals. They have wagon rides. We did the e-bike rentals, and it was an experience. And I think we have video footage.
I think I have a video for you of our experience on the e-bikes. This was a blast.
Who's a videographer here?
Oh, that would be me.
Only 20 minutes south of Saskatoon is this wonderful resort called Dakota Dunes. It's a resort and casino that is Indigenous owned. So there's all kinds of incredible, authentic Indigenous experiences. And if you want to get outside and explore, you can do this fabulous e-bike.
Gorgeous prairie views all around.
This was, I thought, a really good idea until after I did it. I took a video while riding the bike, so it's a little bit quickly and quite dangerous, frankly. But Jeff's up ahead in this video. We're heading down to the river. The colors of the trees. And again, not professional videography. I was using my cell phone and trying to maintain balance at the same time.
I think we had one wipeout between the two of us, so
Yeah.
I thought that was okay.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. But then, of course, you're supposed to pedal on an e-bike. You can't just ride it without pedaling. And by the time we got back, Jeff's battery had died.
I was just using the motor.
He wasn't actually pedaling at all. So please be aware of the fact that we have Saskatchewan city packages. Don't go anywhere. We have the questions coming up, a lot more, not a ton more information. I don't even know how we're doing for time here. We have something else to share with you, to show you and tell you about the fabulous prizes that we have for you today. Our Saskatchewan city-state packages, whether it's Regina, Saskatoon, or Moose Jaw, or part of a larger package, it could be a self-drive, or we also have fully escorted small group tours for your clients. No, our fully escorted tours are not the cheapest out there, but they are the best value for your clients. The pricing is higher because they include so much more, and they are amazing tours that are fully commissionable. You want everything included, so you're paid commission on the entire package, and that's what we do. We keep all of the must-see attractions in our Saskatchewan packages. So reach out to our specialists. They're amazing. They will help you with any of these. Okay, you know, we always have a recipe of the week. The recipe for what we have today, and hold on, come on over, Darb. Darby's coming over. We they didn't put the recipe in because it's too big. This is Darby. Say hello, Darby. Darby's with Tourism Saskatoon. She's amazing, and she spent a lot of great time with us too. What you see in the picture is what you see right here. Oh my gosh.
It smells so good.
Oh, it smells amazing.
So
Do we have
You
forks?
take a bite.
Do we have forks?
I think it's just
Just fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's so tender.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, we do have forks. We're gonna send you the recipe for this. Oh, I already taste the barbecue sauce. Are you kidding me? So delicious. I'm using my fingers. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my fingers. Oh my goodness. It's
Good.
smoky. It's smoky, tender, delicious. We gotta go. No, I'm just kidding. We have a few more things to show you. Oh my goodness. There's a bannock on there.
Yeah.
Pull it. I'll send you the recipe. It has a rub. It has Saskatoon berry sauce that goes on top.
No
It's spicy.
raspberries.
No raspberries. It's got a kick to it.
Yeah.
Spicy. Our brochures are now downloadable. They're beautiful. We've got people asking for them like crazy, so you can send them out to your clients. We'll of course, we'll always send the booking back to you, our lovely travel agent partners. We have our travel agent portal. I'm assuming most of you have signed up because you've received this invitation to our happy hours. Share it with your coworkers, please. We need as many people as we can to get on here and be inspired to sell Canada to the rest of Canada, to your clients. If they're not booking Canada with you, it's because they don't know they can. Please go out of your way to share with them that you are here to take care of all of their worldwide needs, as well as Canada, our own backyard. On that portal, you'll hear about fam trips. You'll hear about all of our updates, happy hours, promotions, and that kind of thing. So please check this out every once in a while. If you have not signed up, go ahead and do that. And okay, now we're on the prize slide. Let's see where we're at right now. Okay, I have no idea what time it is. Not a clue. Okay, so these are the questions. And if you remember earlier in the presentation, we were wearing jerseys. Jeff lifted his jersey up and showed you all what number was on his jersey. Now, before I get to the next question, I do want to tell you, is it worthwhile for you to think about this and figure out what the prize, whether you should enter or not? We have 4 prizes. 4 amazing prizes. So let me tell you first that Tourism Saskatchewan, who's been incredible, is providing a $50 gift card for Hard Pressed, which is a clothing store that Jeff can maybe give you a little bit more insight in.
Yeah, it's located in Saskatoon, and it is obviously a Saskatchewan clothing company. They're really unique Saskatchewan apparel, and I believe it's an electronic card, so you can do it online for your convenience.
So if you're chosen, you will be able to order online and have it delivered to you as well. There's also a gift package that's provided by Tourism Saskatoon. Thank you to Jeff and Darby and the rest of the team. And in that package, Jeff, just get a little hint.
It has a black box gin, and it is their number 3, their classic gin, along with some other goodies as well.
Okay, so we've got that, and we have 2 amazing, gigantic prizes. One of which is 2 nights at Champaign County. So not only will you get to see all the farm animals, you can cuddle with Flannel the pupper and have a wonderful time with the owners of the resort, who are so lovely. And we have 2 nights
right here
at the Dakota Dunes. And this place is fabulous. It is a vacation resort in itself. You don't have to go anywhere else except to go outside maybe in the spring or summer and use those e-bikes and perhaps have that bannock and bonfire experience, which was truly amazing. So these are the questions. The first one, again, what was the number on Jeff's jersey? If any of you paid attention and remembered that. Number 2, what was the name of the puppy dog in the video at Champaign County? And I've said this pupper's name many times. You see a picture of him in the top left-hand corner of this slide. And question number 3, what kind of donut did I love? Like, did it change my life? Like, I can't stop thinking about it. Sometimes I wake up thinking about it. What kind of donut was it that I had in Regina that Heidi took me to? So if you could submit your answers to the email below. I've been getting a huge number of responses lately. We do a draw from all of the entries that come in. If I don't respond to you right away, please forgive me, because I am still in Saskatchewan and I will try my best to get back to you. But I do want to thank you for that. I'm going to look at my time here. Oh, we're right on time. Oh my God, we've already got some answers coming in. I can see it on my email. There's already answers coming in. I will leave this on for 1 more minute while I say my thank yous. Heidi, if you're still there, would you like to come back on to the onto the presentation? Hi, Heidi.
Hi, you 2 are stars. You did a fantastic job.
Oh,
thank you so much. And thank you, Heidi, not only for joining us today, but you know what? You guys are amazing. Your support from Tourism Saskatchewan, but like forever, you've always been so generous and so kind, whether we're doing a Christmas party or we're doing, an event for the agents or whatever we're doing, you always step up to the plate for us. And it means the world, because we want to do everything we can to support our agency partners. And guess what? You make it easier for us to do that. So thank you.
Always a pleasure, Darcie.
Thank you. Thank you to Jeff, my buddy here, who I'm sure we're going to have some fun tonight, probably here at the resort. We've already got the whole evening planned. So I will be sleeping in tomorrow. Thanks to Tourism Saskatoon and to Jeff Darby, who brought in our lovely ribs, which I can still smell, and we will enjoy those. And to the entire team at Tourism Saskatoon for always coming forward and being the best partners we possibly could ever have. I think I do have one more slide. If you have questions, I know there was a lot of comments. Jacinta has been monitoring the chat line. I can see there's well over 100 chat comments,
wow.
and that to me is like the highlight of my day. We are going to sit here afterwards with our Caesars and read your comments. Jacinta would have answered any questions that she was able to, but if we weren't able to, please send out an email to us to ask those questions, give us a call, reach out. We are beyond grateful for your support through the last almost 2 years of this pandemic. I know I've probably said it. I'm sure if you had a drink for every time I said, I can see the light, you would probably not be able to walk, but I really, truly can see the light. And I'm so happy for all of you. I love talking to my agents, whoever I connect with whenever I can, and hearing that you're too busy. That's a great thing. There's a lot of other problems that could be much worse. So thank you for joining us today. Please join us soon. We have another happy hour coming up. It's on March 24th on the Yukon. So please save that date. We will be sending out an invitation. Feel free to share it. Check your junk mail. Every once in a while, people are telling me that their invitations are going into the junk. So please, show up for that one as well. And we're going to continue. I'm heading up to Churchill, Manitoba at the end of the month to do some filming up there as well. So I'm going to, I'll head back to the questions here. I'm going to leave the questions on the screen. We will say goodbye for now, but leave the questions there and I'll let it run for a few minutes. Please put any more comments that you have, questions. We love it. And thank you to all of you. Thanks, Jeff, Heidi,
Cheers.
and Jacinta, and everyone. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye. See you, everyone. Take care.